Good evening. Out for a walk with the dogs. And there's a bunny rabbit in the garden. And Chloe found him. And she's going to see about getting him. And he probably will go out the back. And Diddy's back there. So Diddy's watching back there. But now we're coming up here. So the bunny rabbit might get away. But when I walked out the door, he was sitting here on the drive, going through the garden, and I could see his ears sticking up above the grass here. And so Chloe's in here hunting him somewhere. Diddy! And now we get the Diddy dog into action. Yeah, he was in here. Where'd he go? Where'd he go, Chloe? Huh? Where is he? Is he in there? We've had rain the last 2 days. I've got 9/10 of an inch over the 2. I had intended to get out here and pull up some of the garlic before it started raining on it. It's just easier to pull whenever the ground's dry, but I was a little sick the last couple of days and didn't get it done. So anyway, I still have some in the house from last year, and I'll get to it one day. The rains are helping the moringa come out. And where I started videoing over next to the old van is next to my asparagus, and boy, it's really doing well since I got it kind of cleaned out some, and got some rain on it. And I have wasp in both gates, this one and the one back there. That's the reason this gate wasn't closed the other day. They got kind of stirred up a bit, and I didn't intend to get stung, so I just left the gate open. I had started closing it a year or 2 back, both of them, because of the deers getting into the garden. And then I let the girls come out after dark, and I can't see the deers, and they go crazy and just run into the fence and tear it down from knock the staples out of the post. And so try to keep them out of it, even though there's nothing in there much for them to eat but weeds. And it's been a couple of weeks now since I trimmed it back, but it's still, I'm getting a right good stand. I'm also getting a lot of the briars and all that are trying to come back out. And even over here, this was the thickest in briars on this side. But I hope I can keep it clean long enough this summer that it will rejuvenate the crowns, so I'll get a better crop next year. Keep saying I'm gonna go buy me a bag of 10-10-10 and fertilize it, but it hasn't got done yet. I had quit fertilizing for a long time because I wasn't going to fertilize the weeds. I'll need to get it all cleaned back up again and throw a little fertilizer in here. This is a Peter honey fig. It's a one that they call a white fig. It gets kind of a yellow gold color to it, and they're just as sweet as they can be. I usually don't get too many off the trees back over here though, due to the animals coming up. The coons and the possums will get them. And this was a Petite Negra, I think is the way you pronounce it. And it's a brown fig. And those are still some of the thornless blackberries. I took some of those up from back here this morning to mail to some friends. And I still hope to take some more up. You give it up on the bunny rabbit, did dog? I haven't noticed I even have a berry and a flower on this one. And this is where the deers, something had spooked them last night. What is it? And I took a pot of fig and weed and filled up a hole over there, or not filled it up, but dumped it in a hole over there to ship one bare rooted to a friend. I need to root some more of the spearmint. I'm really pleased with the turmeric. It's just so pretty this year. Got some nice pots of it. And there's my jackfruit tree blown over on my kratom. And which it hadn't hurt them right now that I can see. The kratom's still standing pretty steady. Got to figure out where I'm going to put the jackfruit. I may do it like I do the big pencil cactus down on that end of the gas tank. I may tie the jackfruit to it so it can't get blowed over. I had taken somewhere around 60 something cuttings last week that I put down, and then I took another, I think it was around 45 this morning to share. Ginger is doing. I need to put some like I did last year that really brought it out good, was whenever I put about an inch of the ash from the wood heater on it and then topped it with some more potting soil. So I need to do that. It's just don't have the energy and the gumption to do a lot anymore. If I can work an hour or two a day, I'm doing well. These are the little kratums that I have gotten rooted, and I'm getting new growth on all of them, and I'm very pleased with that. That's way better turnout than what I had all year last year. And I'm still going to take some more cuttings off of my kratom for the after the new moon. And I'm trying to determine if the moon phase plays any kind of part in the rooting. Ones I did, there was some I did back in the April, that 6 that I did right at the change of the moon, while the moon was on the increase. And I know the waxing and waning, but I can't remember which is what. So I just say the moon's on the increase. It was a few days before the full moon, and I got all 6 of them to root. That's part of what's in the box. I still haven't done near enough with the goji berries, and I don't know where I'm going to put them. I've about replaced those that I had lost on the fence out there. And some of my moringa, and I had cut it a good deal, hoping that I'd keep the wind out of it, but apparently I didn't cut it enough. And I've got 2 of them. I had one blow over one time before, and now I got 2 of them blowed over. So I'm going to turn the camera off and try to pick my moringa back up, get it stood back up. Blessings all.